So we're seeing Uncharted.
Uh-huh.
You know, you never told me what this one was about.
Well, it's a movie about two partners that are hunting a treasure.
Huh. Never heard of it. Is this another one of those comic book movies?
No, not a comic book movie, no.
Well then, what's it based on?
Shh. It's starting.
What in the world is happening?
Well, he seems to be falling.
But where did this come from, and how did we get here? I mean, who even is that?
I'm sure they'll explain it.
But I'm so confused. I mean, how is that man even able to climb those boxes like that?
Shh, just watch.
How did they get tickets to this exclusive auction?
I don't know.
And how did Nate get past those guards with that fake ID? And how did they sneak in their materials past the metal detector? And how did Nate know where the fuse box was?
Dad, we're watching the same movie here. I don't know.
Wait, how did Nate not get arrested? I mean, he basically broke the entire room. He halted the auction. They didn't catch him?
Nope. He's very quick, and he got away.
But they had employees and security all over the place protecting the items being sold.
Shh.
Wait, so their plan is to send Nate with Chloe? Why?
Because they need to split up to find what each key unlocks.
Right, but why would they send the inexperienced foolish boy with the very experienced conniving woman?
Because she trusts Nate, but not Sully.
What? She literally already stole the cross from them.
Yeah, but she gave it back, and then she agreed to work with them, so she can be trusted.
She actually already double-crossed them. I mean, what is to stop her from doing it again?
Friendship.
What? This is just not a great plan. Wait, so this entire time, the secret hiding place was just behind the wall of some club for hundreds of years?
Looks like it.
How did no one ever find it?
Well, no one's ever had both crosses.
No, but there's a functioning bar down there. How did they not know when they built and or opened the place?
They probably never checked.
What, they never checked the structures of the establishment? One of their walls has a massive hollow space behind it. That is entirely compromising.
Maybe it's like a secret underground spot government doesn't know about. That'd be pretty cool.
They're serving alcohol at the bar. I mean, they'd have to have a liquor license, all the proper permits, functioning plumbing. They would have had to get an inspection, and that would have revealed. You're telling me that one of the city's storm drains leads directly down to the treasure?
Yup.
Well, then how did no one discover it?
Well, it is way underground.
Sully could see the light from their torch from the street. Couldn't be that far underground.
It could be that he... Chloe's betraying Nate?
Are you serious?
Plot twist.
Wait, how on earth did Sully get down to Nate? I mean, the only way to get there was through that secret door in the club, and you needed the key for that, so if Sully could get through, I mean, why couldn't the henchman? How did they know where Moncada's plane was taking off from?
They probably just followed him.
Alright, but how did they get onto the plane? I mean, it was surrounded by men with guns. Also, what's the deal with this guy? I mean, why does he even need to find this treasure if his family is already so incredibly wealthy? And how could he have gotten away with murdering such an obviously famous person like his father?
He's not that bad. I mean, all he ever wanted was his father to believe in him, and...
Oh my god, they killed him. You know what, I like that bit. That's poetic justice right there. It's a nice touch.
You monster.
How is Nate jumping up those crates?
They're not that far apart.
He is free-falling through the air.
Yeah. And?
There'd be no way he could generate enough push to... Oh my goodness, if he hit one of those at that speed, he'd be dead.
I mean, he's not falling that fast.
How did Chloe catch him? I mean, there's no way she is strong enough, and even if she was strong enough, it would completely tear her arm from its socket to stop someone moving with that much momentum.
She is very strong. Have you seen her arms? She's working out.
How did they survive the landing? I mean, if they hit the water moving at that speed, it'd be splat, like hitting concrete.
No, they opened the parachute, and they're hitting water, not concrete. It's completely different.
What? No, at that speed and from that height, you would absolutely need to break the surface tension of the water first before landing in it. Otherwise, it would be just like hitting the ground.
You should hear yourself right now. You sound insane.
What? Come on, I mean, they would have seen that island from miles away. This entire time, the largest lost treasure in human history was just sitting in some cave.
Yeah, off some random island.
How did no one find it? All it would have taken is one cave diver, and it'd be found.
It's a pretty obscure island.
Nate could reach it from a resort with a small boat and a single tank of gas. Can't be that obscure.
Those boats can travel pretty far.
And what was Nate's plan? Was he gonna take 1,000,000 trips using a single speedboat to transport all that gold? Wait. You're telling me there's a giant opening in this cave large enough to fly the ships out of? How did no one find these?
Well, it is the middle of the jungle.
Well, they have been missing for hundreds of years. You're telling me in all that time, not a single person was just wandering through the forest, came across this giant opening with two fully intact ships just sitting at the bottom and thought, this is worth checking out.
Correct.
Their plan is to fly one of those ships out with just one of those little helicopters? Those ships are filled with gold, one of the heaviest metals on Earth. There's no way that helicopter could support it.
Helicopter technology's come a long way.
No, it hasn't. I mean, it certainly hasn't developed enough to support 10 times its... Wait, what is happening here? Why are they suddenly fighting with swords? I mean, all of those guards came to the ships armed with machine guns. Where'd they even get those weapons?
They're probably just laying around the ship.
So, I mean, why wouldn't they use the guns that they were carrying instead of picking up swords to fight them?
There's more honor in fighting with swords.
What? These trained killers are... Oh, come on! These ships are hundreds of years old. The wood would be completely rotted by now. I mean, you wouldn't even be able to walk on them, let alone crash the entire ship into a mountain. If you did that, be complete dust. You'd lose everything.
No way. Wood is very strong. It would definitely just bounce off rock like that. I mean, when I hit my bat against the ground, it doesn't just fall apart.
Oof. How much am I spending on your school?
Money well spent.
What are the chances that he could perfectly fire a cannon like that? And what were the bad guys even thinking? They were just going to crash one ship into the other and lose them both?
Dad, I'm trying to watch the end.
Pfft, classic. The murdering assassin pauses so that she can say something to Nate before she kills him. You know, son, back in my day, movie villains...
Nobody cares, Dad. Watch the movie. So, what are your thoughts?
That has to be the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, the games are pretty out there.
Games? Oh, of course. See, that's why you can't base a movie off of video games. At least it can't get more absurd than that.
Well,